once again, and welcome to Moral High Ground, where I talk about what's morally right to everybody. And so, anyway, today, once again, I'm talking about women and men. And not in the sense of the Andrew Tate, those type of guys that's red pill, blue pill, watch The Matrix too many times and they want to keep saying that stupid phrase. No. Simply trying to find a solution and talking about one of the big issues why men and women can't really get together anymore. Okay? And on the guy's point of view, why the guys are just tired of it. It comes to a certain point where people get to a point they just can't tolerate things anymore. And I hate when you get those people that you like to do something wrong and then they expect you to come back and either just accept them for who they are, even though they did something that nobody would accept. You know, you might, make up with them one time or two times, but anything more is crazy. Like they say, fool me once or twice, shame on me, or shame on you, or just shame on me if it's three or more times, or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's just really stupid. People get fed up with that type of behavior when it comes to any type of thing. And when I say that type of behavior, I mean anything that means the person is trying to make a fool out of you. Okay? So with this situation, it's more critical because a life is being played with. And when I'm talking about a life is being played with, I mean children's lives are being played with. And that's not cool. You know what I mean? It's not cool of anybody to take advantage of anybody's life and play with it in any type of form for their own personal gain or entertainment. And so what I'm talking about is women that, fake like the kids is the guy's kids. I mean, hell, Maury Povich made a lifetime out of doing this. So, and got famous doing it. So, here we go. This video I'm about to play has to do with a woman that's been on the internet. This video's been played a billion times. The chick actually reminds me of a girl I messed with. Same personality, attitude, and acts like you're stupid. I'm going, why? And it's like trying to convince you. I don't know why women like to mentally think they can get into your head and convince you something when you know the fact. You've seen it for you've seen the truth for yourself. It's right out there, but they try to make you think that it's a lie, like as if your feelings is gonna make all that stuff that you've seen happen go away. Like you're just so fucking stupid in love that you're just gonna fall for anything. And I think that's the biggest issue, This type of thing that I'm talking about, though, should be a big crime. A crime against a woman to where she's falsifying the biological records of a child. It should automatically get a long time sentence and have the child support on her and not on the individual that has no ties to the bloodline of the child, unless the guy is willing to accept the child as their own and be that father, if the woman is actually willing to be the woman and man enough, or should I say woman enough, to admit this isn't the father of the child. And that's, we gotta find a solution. I'm not trying to say women are all horrible here. There has to be a silver lining. There has to be some kind of, in between that's balance everything out. I'm a strong believer in balancing things out. So that has to happen. So here we go. And I'm gonna, explain a little bit about this, but this is just one of two. There's actually three I'm trying to do here, and this is the first one. So here we go.
What are you doing?
I'm recording you.
I see that. Did you put her to sleep?
Yeah, I did.
You did? Good. She had such a great birthday.
She did.
You're such a great dad.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm not done passing out gifts either.
A gift for me? Vernon, you didn't have to do that. It's not on my birthday.
Such a great mom.
Oh, thank you.
I had to.
It's heavy. Ooh, I'm excited.
You're gonna love it.
What is it?
Open it up.
Oh my God, you are such an amazing man, I tell you.
Open it up, man.
Is it Valentine's Day all over again? Oh my God. Ooh.
I'm trying to understand the mental thoughts she's having right here as she opens it, and she's so super excited. And the whole thing is sinister in a way.
Ooh, it's that kind of night, ain't it? My favorite wine?
You're gonna love it. It goes with the gift.
Ooh, Pinot Noir. Mwah. I can't wait to sip on this. Thank you, babe. Oh, here we go, here we go. I'm excited. It better be the necklace I wanted. You know I've been wanting that for a long time. Another bag. You're so tricky, I tell you. Babe, really? Another bag? I can't with you and your foolishness. Oh my God. You are one silly man, I tell you.
Open it up.
Oh my God, what is this?
It's like she just really, I don't want to say gold digging. I want to say it's a certain type of, like, I don't know what I want to say. I'm just like, honestly, it just seems really fake as hell. And she's just like happy to get whatever she can. And I guess with the situation that's about to happen, you already know that it's all fake. But the thing about it, she acts like she actually deserves something for this guy to come out with the truth.
Oh man. Duct tape, really?
They ran out.
You're such an amazing
They
rapper.
ran out. Sorry.
An envelope? What could this be? What could this be? It's not shaking. It's not my necklace, I don't think. Let's open this up. Ooh, it feels kind of thick, okay? Hold on, it may be.
Maybe it's just me. And I'm just saying maybe it's me, but every time I've been in a relationship, I haven't really expected any kind of gift from a woman or anything like that, even though they try sometimes to give me stuff, you know. It's most of the time I just want noogie. I just want to get down. That's about it. And just relax sometimes. Just chill out, hold my woman, watch a movie, you know, have a drink, whatever. Something like that. You know, I think it's really small and petty in a way that a person's got to always, you know, pay. You're paying for a relationship by constantly trying to please the other person. Oh, let me give you a gift. Let me take you something here. And you give me this, and then, you know, what I mean, it doesn't really do anything. It just says that you're not gonna stick around unless I pay you. You know, like a job, or that person's like a prostitute or something. It makes it seem cheap. Let's put it that way. To always give a gift or something and having somebody who's expecting something out of you, that's what it feels like, and that doesn't make a relationship feel good at all. If you're always gonna give somebody something and they're expecting you to, you know, just provide everything for them, and they don't want to provide, or they do provide. I mean, either way, it just doesn't seem right. There should be moments where you can just chill out with your woman, hell, lay naked and watch TV, or go, you know, someplace and just sit in the park or something, talk, whatever. But to always be able to spend money in some kind of way, it's like a waste of time, you know, especially if the woman's doing stuff like this one does here.
Pape? This better be a ticket to Dubai for 2 weeks straight, round trip. Because you know I've been wanting to go to Dubai.
Open it up. Yeah, read it. She did.
So there's this guy I know who met some girl who lives in Dubai. He's supposed to be some kind of royalty or whatever, and he's planning to go there. He's completely obsessed and brainwashed by this chick. Can't even do his freaking job, you know? And so it's like, the way I look at it, Dubai is like this big, like, country to sucker people in to go there. And I know it's supposed to be like a wealthy country over there, and one of our dollars is supposed to be like 8 of their dollars or 3 of their dollars, something like that. And it's just really ridiculous that they all think they're going to get wealthy in a country that doesn't most of the time care for Christians or Americans at all. So it is really stupid.
This better be a ticket to Dubai for 2 weeks straight, round trip.
Out of all places, though, Dubai, like, that's where you want to go. Okay.
Because you know I've been wanting to go to Dubai.
Open it up.
Dubai is like one of those places where the prostitutes or whatever always go like, oh, I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to go to Vegas. And they get there, they don't have a plan. They just think they can go to Vegas and they're going to make a crap load of money. When there's like at least 40, 80 other chicks that's just about attractive, that chick or more attractive than that chick. And so they're making a hell of a lot more money than her. And they come back and they're like, oh, I got a jail sentence when I went to Vegas. Because the law in Vegas is way different. I'm actually talking from fact, from something I know that happened to a female. And it's stupid. You're going to go all the way out there, think you're going to get rich, end up in a ranch or something, and then you end up in jail. And you come back miserable. So this Dubai crap is the same damn way. They're going over there to Dubai. They don't know the rules. They don't know the law. They don't even speak the language, and they think they're gonna get wealthy over there. And for a woman that's got kids and stuff, and this is what makes this really crappy. She got kids and stuff. She's got this dude, and she wants to go over to Dubai. Out of all places to want to go on a vacation. If you got kids, take them to Disneyland, or was it Epcot Center, and then you can go out and do your grown-up stuff somewhere else. And while the kids is, I think there's a golf course out there and stuff. I don't even know if it's still going. I saw something in the news about Disney World being shut down. I don't know, but something. This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, read it.
What is this?
You know what it is? I just want you to know that I know. Nevaeh is not mine. She's
What?
not my daughter.
Why did you do this tonight out of all nights? Why?
Because I wanted you to know that I know Nevaeh is not mine. I've had doubts.
What
So I went that
doubts?
DNA test. Nevaeh is not mine. She's not my daughter.
Why would you do this? She loves you though. Why would you do this?
She's not my daughter. Why would you do this? Why would you cheat?
Seems like her making a decision for the daughter before the daughter gets old enough to say, okay, because it's always going to be a problem when you don't know. And I say this is like a thing that happens around America, and people aren't really talking about it. But when they get older and they don't care, But it's a thing where she's got a dad. You don't know who the dad is, or maybe she does. And she's putting this guy on the girl, and the girl grows up and she's like, oh, you're not my real dad. So then she's mad at the dude, she's mad at her mom, she doesn't know who she is, her whole identity's messed up, and then it just comes to a point where if their dad was even alive when she's old enough to find him, because if he ain't alive, then she's just like lost that part of herself and don't know who she is. And then the thing I think that's uncomfortable is trying to meet somebody when you've already dealt with this type of situation in your life where you're used to this one type of family, and then the other type of family you meet, you don't know how to act. And sometimes the other family you meet is worse than the family you come from. So it's all bad, and I'm talking from experience. So it's crazy.
I didn't cheat.
Why would you cheat on me?
I didn't.
That's proof right there. DNA test. Nevaeh is not my daughter.
But babe, really? Out of all days, you had 3 years to give this to me. Now you want to give this to me?
All right, listen. You and Nevaeh got to the end of the month to get out of my house.
You're kidding, right?
I'm not kidding.
But
You
that's your
and
daughter.
your daughter had to the end of the month to get out of my house.
But that's
Kelly.
your daughter.
It's not my daughter, Kelly.
Yes, it is.
Paperwork says it's not my daughter.
Why would you do this?
I am not the father.
No. Stop, babe. Can we just talk?
So the whole thing is stupid because that's the part I was saying before I started the video is she goes, but that's your daughter, like you're trying to, he's already been exposed, he already knows, and you're trying to put it in his mind, like you mentally can change his whole thought process to believe that's his kid. Women do this with everything, bro. Like honestly, it makes no sense. It's crazy. But anyway, moving on. Okay, so this next video I'm gonna play, it's gonna be about a similar situation, but this situation is more critical because it doesn't just excuse me ruin the man's feelings and emotions for the woman, it also puts that person behind bars. And this is a bad situation because like the last situation we just saw, she's literally trying to deceive this man to believe that daughter was his for 3 years. And I believe in that situation, she should be charged with trying to, and she didn't even be charged because the daughter does have to have a place to stay. It is her daughter. But at the same time, if she went to try to get child support or anything like that, she should automatically get charges put against her, and she should automatically be banned for even trying to do the whole child support system. Because if she can do it one time to deceive a man, she'll do it another time to deceive another one. And this is what women do in some cases where they're that type of individual. I'm not saying all women do this, understand. I'm saying women that are miserable and desperate and lonely. And so this is what they do. But in that situation, I believe he's a breadwinner, or she wouldn't be like, oh, is this a necklace? Oh, I'm getting a trip to Dubai. It's not a mother thought. Mothers don't think like that. So that's why it's just a little ridiculous. She belongs to the streets, as they say. I didn't even want to say that, but that's what they say. So anyway, in this situation, we're just going to watch and hear the nonsense, and I'll tell you what I think.
There in Detroit.
This is one of them.
This is one of them. Imagine being told to pay child support for a kid that is not yours or go to jail. That was the order the state handed down to a Detroit man.
So today, he turned himself in, but here's what happened when 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell went with him to court.
Carnell Alexander walked into the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice knowing in moments he could lose his freedom.
I stayed up all night, couldn't sleep, thinking about it.
Carnell is a wanted man because he refuses to do what the state orders and to pay child support for a child that DNA tests prove isn't his. A child he doesn't even know.
I haven't even had a chance to really speak to him except for one time when we took the DNA test.
Nonetheless, right now, under the law, he's a deadbeat dad. Today, he turned himself in to the judge as ordered.
Scared because I've been before this judge before.
But this time he had attorney Cherika Harris, who volunteered to help after seeing his story on 7 Action News. The judge said he will not go to jail for today.
Thank you. Thank Ms. Harris. And hope that we can resolve this soon.
I'm just trying to help him with his future.
Though the threat of jail is on hold, it is not over. Carnell Alexander still owes more than $30,000 to the state for a child that's not his because the mom wrote his name down because she needed to name someone in order to get welfare benefits.
And I had to put him down as the father. That was the only way I can get the sister.
Now,
I'm almost homeless. I'm almost in jail. I'm out of work. My money is being threatened to be taken.
Carnell isn't just worried about how this is impacting him. He says the law needs to be changed so when this happens, as it often does, other men don't become dad by default.
We can be defaulted into being a father of a child that is not ours. I don't understand that law, but it is a law in place.
In Detroit.
So that's stupid. It's the most ridiculous thing in the world. Okay, DNA proves it ain't the kid, his father, his kid. Okay, and he's not the father. And then at the same time, he's got to pay $30,000 to his child support on a kid they never even met, except for one time to take a DNA test. That's the most craziest, insane thing I ever heard. And then on top of that, the woman is literally hiding somewhere in a house talking about she had to put somebody's name down. She put his name down. That's the most low, I mean, under the ground, under the ground, dirt worm woman there is. Okay, you have to be. She has to be a freaking worm to be able to just put anybody down. That means she just said, "Oh, I'm gonna put this guy down." That's the only name I can think of at this moment. So at the time, you really didn't know who the hell your daddy was, the baby's daddy was. You just decided to use this guy because hey, maybe he was doing good, maybe you knew him from around the way or whatever. But that's some cold slag, man. You know, the fact that the law made it so, even with proof, DNA, scientific proof that a kid is not his. So it's like, where does the law get off with this? In this situation, the moral issue is like justice is blind, let's put it that way. But the moral issue doesn't go against the woman. It does, but it mostly goes against the law because they're enforcing this woman, they're enforcing her to lie and encouraging her to lie and say this boy is his and he has to pay. I mean, so you'd rather take this man's freedom and charge him a whole bunch of money that he can't afford just for this other woman to prove that this is his kid type of thing. That's messed up. It is wrong. You tear a family apart. Why don't you? And you know, and then look at her history. This is why I say a woman's history and nature has to be brought up in the questions because a situation like this should not happen. There should be no reason why a man should have to go to jail for child support on a kid that isn't theirs. And a woman that lies on a document, okay? And that's the thing, it's a state document that she lied on. Wherever the baby's born in that state, you lied on that document, that should automatically put her behind bars. And that should be a new thing, a new law, and whatever. They can stop women from encouraging them to do something like that. But by them putting him in bars, behind bars, and he's not the father, that makes the state the enablers of women to do more things like this. And so I'm saying this whole situation is wrong. This woman should be brought up behind bars. The state should automatically be put in question. He should be able to sue the state. Literally, should be able to sue the state behind the child. And I mean, I see the only The only thing is that he's trying to do the right thing by going to court. The only thing that's bad is the fact that he's got the judges and his woman's against him. But in all reality, this guy should sue the state and the law should be overturned. And that's the honest to God truth. But in all reality, two sides are morally wrong. He's just standing up for what is trying to be right, and that makes him on the good side. The only problem is he's not standing up enough. It'd be me, they'd probably lock me up quick because I'll cuss them out. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, my kid, I know that kid, I wouldn't mess with this woman if you paid me to. I say stuff like that. And it'd probably get kicked out of court. But honestly, it's just, this is shameful. This is shameful, this is sad. We already know the girl from the first clip is morally wrong and just manipulative. It's the same thing here. It's just sick. Well, here we go again. This is another, this is the last video too, but this is another video of a guy who kid isn't his and they want him to pay child support. And this is just something I just believe women should go to jail for lying on paperwork and trying to get a guy. I think all the money that the guy pays for child support and the kid isn't theirs should come right back to him. And she has to pay it out of recitation or whatever we call that. I can't even say it, restitution. Okay? Because it doesn't make any sense and it shouldn't be accepted in any case. So here we go.
A state law that's making him pay child support for a kid that isn't his.
Joe Van Dusen, letter from the Iowa Department of Human Resources ordering him to pay child support. And Joe says, well, wait a minute, I haven't seen my estranged wife in 16 or 17 years. They never got divorced. This new child turned 1. Now Joe is being ordered to pay child support. It's not even his kid. He hasn't seen his wife in 16 years.
But when it comes down to it, that's the law. I don't know who the wife hired as a lawyer to find that out and to go after him for that. But since then, he set up kind of a crowdfunding page.
See, this news reporter is retarded. She's talking about who's the lawyer to find that out, to have her find that out. What do you mean have her find it out? She already knows it's her kid, so the guy needed to find out who the hell the kid is. So I don't know what this news reporter is. They have news reporters that just babble stuff that makes no sense. And I'm more mad at that dumb news reporter. I should just fire her right immediately for messing up that whole thing.
Page. He's raised money for the legal fees, and other fathers in Iowa, or is it Iowa?
Yeah. 3 other fathers.
Yeah, they've come. She doesn't even know what state it was. He said at the beginning that it was Iowa. I'm supposed to be mad about the situation and try to figure out where the moral high ground is between the woman that's accusing the guy of being the father and the guy himself and the legal system. But for some reason, the news broadcast person pisses me off. This is why over the years, I watch the news constantly, and there's always something that goes on. But lately, I've been trying to stop because I get really mad now when I watch the news. Just hearing the stupid stuff and just analyzing these reporters. And this woman is just dumb. She's trying to make it a lighthearted in a way, but she's really being annoying.
Out and said, this has happened to me too.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be separated from your spouse, you should probably get a divorce. But this does go to the issue, and there was some reporting in the Star Tribune about this weekend, talking about kind of what many believe are outdated laws about spousal support, considering the way life operates today.
I'd like to know who the father is and why he isn't paying child support.
Well, maybe he is, but she's entitled by law to this additional money.
Yeah.
They need to
Crazy story.
need to fix that. We're looking for your feedback.
So that whole thing is stupid. And then, I rather I didn't watch it ahead of time, or I would have known that the news broadcasters was about to say a bunch of nonsense and malarkey and just sound ridiculous. And so the moral problem here, people, is the goddamn news broadcasters. They suck. They need to get fired. They need to put somebody that ain't trying to read a strip and pretend to be something. They suck, okay? That's the bottom line. That's the moral issue, is we need better news that's real and not fake crap coming out where they're just trying to sound funny to lighten the heart. You can't light heart that crap. You can't just push it under the rug and make it sound like it's funny or it's cool, like, oh my God, no. I'm sitting here talking about this situation with these guys, and they're not children and the women that made them think that it was their children. And I'm pissed. I'm not even close to a news broadcaster, but whatever you want to see me in this show as. But honestly, that's a bunch of bull, man. I can't believe that they would just like try to make it entertaining. So it's just like, the news people are wrong. They're morally wrong because it's a joke. They're right about one thing, and laws need to change. And I understand, okay, the guy was married to her, so this is a whole different concept than the other two. The first guy, yeah, the guy with the girl, she says his baby is not, and that's squashed, okay? The second one, okay, the girl just wrote his name down on the paper and accused him for 30 years of being, a father of the baby. And then the last one here, he's married to the girl, haven't seen her in 16 years, all of a sudden there's a newborn baby and he's the father. This doesn't make any sense. This is like, this has to be fixed. The situation has to have a line drawn in the sand to stop women from doing things. And even with this situation, it's more difficult because he's married. So it's like, okay, you should have got a divorced guy. When you just want to say, oh, well, I have an ex-wife and whatever, and here's my wife, and we still married though. You know, it's just like, all this stuff has to be changed, restructured, and analyzed, and looked at in a different way. With the legal system, I'm saying. And once again, the legal system is the victim, the enemy here. And the guy is a victim. And the woman needs to, like, just stop the crap. You can't keep a guy around by faking to have a kid. And they do that even before they even have kids. I tell you, like, I had a couple girlfriends back in the day. They're like, oh, I'm pregnant, Shelby. And they weren't even pregnant. And if they were, it wasn't mine. You know, because it's just like stupid crap. They'll come to you, they'll think you're really naive and stupid too. And because they're hanging around you or whatever, they go, oh, this is your baby. And like, how's it my baby and I ain't had sex with you? But they think you're that stupid. This is literally how they think guys are. You know, and so you gotta like, oh, come on now, we ain't did nothing. This and that. Then someone else will come up and be like, what is your kid? Oh my God, man, that's your kid, bro? Oh man, I knew, man, y'all was getting down, man. I knew it was gonna happen someday. Good, congratulations, man, congratulations. No, this is stupid. You know, let's be real. They're grown-ups and they're making dumb decisions. And the only thing they're not thinking about is the children themselves that will grow up and feel like outcast because of the whole situations they're dealing with right now with these adults being stupid. And later on they're going to be like, oh, well, I didn't know. How can you explain that? You ruined someone else's life that didn't even get that far in life. So, bottom line, stop the bull. That's all I say. Everyone's morally wrong here. And even if you aren't the father, it might be a good idea morally to go on and be that father if the girl is all right, you know. But put her in check and keep her in check and make her go sit in the corner with a little book and a dummy hat because that's what she needs. And that's something that truly should happen. And the only reason why I say it should truly happen because biblically I think that's how it's supposed to go. Except for the dummy hat thing. I was kind of being funny there. But seriously, the thing about it, Joseph stuck around Mary. She didn't know whose baby Jesus was. Turned out to be God. But at the same time, if I remember right, I think it's Matthew or something in the Bible, where Joseph was either talked to an angel, Gabriel, or he had a dream, and the angel told him to go back to Mary. And that happens a lot in the Bible, where there's a baby born and the angel comes and talks to somebody about trying to get them right. The baby will be the leader of nations, or the baby will be a great nation will come from the baby, and stuff like that. It happens in Abraham and Ishmael, so on and so on, and Zechariah before Jesus, but Zechariah he got blinded by the angel Gabriel and able to give birth to John the Baptist. So I mean, biblically, if you love someone, you're supposed to accept them, but you got to make it clear with that person, there's no need to lie to me. I know this kid ain't mine. This is how you do it, okay? And like I said, I'm not trying to be like Andrew Tate and all these other guys out here with the pill crap and Matrix and redhead chick, okay? I'm saying, biblically wise, you sit a woman down and say, baby, I love you. No, the kid ain't mine. But I'm going to be here as a father for her or him as long as you will not lie anymore, and we can get this stuff under control, fix things out, be able to work together as a team. You know what I'm saying? And be able to just say, hey, we're gonna love each other through all ups and downs, rights and wrongs, the tough times, the good times, you know what I'm saying? You know, because that's what love is for. And with that being said, this is Moral High Ground. Peace be with you all, and blessings upon you always. Peace out. SLK out.